It's your boy Jay Waiters, and y'all tuning in and thank you, engineer.
What's going on, man? What's going on? It's your boy Charming Music back again. I have with me someone that I know for a fact has been on the forefront of this R&B movement. The infamous R&B movement, the dying R&B movement. This is a guy that I know is going to take it until his last breath. He just dropped a project, Choir Trap. It's actually doing pretty decent right now. It's good reviews, good numbers. He dropped another project not even a week before that, Busted Like a Uzi.
Yeah.
With my man Wingman. I am speaking on my man Jay Waiters. What's going on, my brother?
What's good? Charming Music, man. What's good, man?
Man, you already know with me, man. It's always good, man. It's always good. How you feeling today? I see you came in with the Kung Lao fedora on.
Yeah, man. I feel good, man. Out in the streets networking early at some events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we you know what I'm saying, I hate to speak on it, but we just came from an event. A networking event, and it is good to see artists actually getting out here, talking to each other, getting social medias, connecting, and we actually got to sit down and talk to a gatekeeper. I ain't gonna name drop because they ain't what we about.
We gonna,
but we just got to actually, you know what I'm saying, talk game with a gatekeeper, and it feels good to be able to do that. And I was glad and happy to see you. I wasn't expecting to see you.
Yep.
But I'm glad that I did.
Yeah, most def. I was glad I came too. Homie Wingman pushed the narrative, and and we got there.
Shout out to my man Wing.
It was good to be out there. In spite of doing shows and stuff all the time, sometimes you got to go network and hit these panels and talk to these people that's making moves and, like you said, gatekeepers for sure.
Nah, real deal. So let's talk shop real quick. Let's talk shop. Choir Trap. How does it feel after working on it so long? Because, I mean, I know you've been working on it so long, and we put work in on it so long. Mm-hmm. How does it feel now that it is actually out to the public?
Well, from the public, great responses. That leaves me in that I ain't gonna say a gap, but that makes me want to make more music. Just to be honest, because I sing, personally. So when Choir Trap, I got all the responses back, and I was like, okay. All I can do is just nod my head. So I know what I got to do. I got to go in the stew and just keep creating, man. You know? So.
And like I said, I've been seeing the response. I've been seeing the love, people sharing it. I even had people hit me because, I mean, I didn't really tell anybody that I was on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As vocally wise. I know people knew I was on it, you know what I'm saying, engineering and beat wise, but I ain't say nothing about me having a verse. And I got at least 3 to 4 text messages like, fam, I didn't know you was on. So I know people were listening. And I'm glad to see that, because I don't know if you've been feeling the same way. I guess in this last year and a half, it's kind of hard to get the streets to actually listen.
Yeah, definitely on the R&B realm.
Yeah, especially in the R&B realm.
So here in the last year, it's been tough reaching out to just the masses of the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest about it. Doing a lot of shows underground, it's tough, but that's the purpose of the networking. But yeah, like you said, Choir Trap, man, the response is people ask me, about how I got some of the features. They didn't know this and they didn't know that, but that was the whole purpose of putting that out. So more of the culture of the rap scene and the new era of rappers that's coming along, so they can mesh with the singers as well.
And so they can see that the singers out here that's actually wanting to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I feel the lack is.
Yeah, it's a split. Definitely out here, in DFW and the Metroplex. In my opinion, it's a split. Yeah.
I second that opinion.
Yeah.
I second that. There's a huge split.
Yeah, it is big time, bro. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I reach out to some of the rappers. I don't know if they're afraid to step in that lane, or they think they might not get no shine, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's great music when rappers and singers come together, bro.
It is.
You touching a lot of markets, and then just the music itself, with the rappers, with lyrics.
Yeah.
the singers, using their melodic tones and everything, man, stuff can just come out so wonderful, bro. If everybody just come together, not just the rap scene or not just the singing scene, but like just need to come back together and create good records, bro. Like,
Nah, real. Now, I want to go off something that you said because I've been listening to, other people talk. I've been listening to music myself. I've been, just peeping game all across the streets, right? I feel like, I know I'm not the first person to say this, so I'm not going to act like I am, but I do feel like that generic hit, the R&B singer on the hook and the rapper on the verse, I do feel like that is dying. And like I said, I'm not the first to say this, so I'm not gonna act like I am. But
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? How do you feel as a R&B? Because I mean that kind of ties into what you're talking about with the split, and it's hard to find people to do hip hop artists to do features with. I feel like that ties into it. So how do you feel about that?
Like I'm gonna say about 3-4 years ago, I started to get real salty just as an artist.
Yeah.
No matter how serious I was about it at that time, but me as a singer, with all the different softwares that engineers use now to make records, you know what I'm saying? Not knocking it. We are supposed to advance as as a whole as people.
Right.
So you can't get mad at technology, but it kind of took away from the singers to where a lot of rappers they can kind of go in there and kind of sing their own jingles, hooks, and choruses now. If they at least can kind of stay on note, but it's even worse than now because you don't even have to stay on note, and some engineers can manipulate you and still get you there. So,
that's very true.
Yeah, so it's a battle. So, like me being out doing ballads, it's tough. I get the respect from the rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, you dope, you hot. They'll exchange numbers and everything, but it seems like it never get to that point to where we really work because they're still trying to keep an image too. Because most rappers tough or want that tough image. So a lot of them don't know how to cross over. And
they don't
tell
have
them all
that
the time, like
capability.
if you date women and you're a man, you know what I'm saying, and you're a rapper, a male rapper at that. I said, if you can speak to a woman and take her out on a date, it's the same thing. If you know how to really just get to a woman's mental, and and make her happy, bro. It's the same thing. So
it is.
I don't know what's the deal with them being so tough. So.
Now, I mean, of course, being tough in hip hop is always going to be a thing.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? That's not something that we as people are going to be able to actually take away. Mm-hmm. But at the same time,
for the records, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For the records, you gotta be able to tone it down and soften it up.
Because like I understand sometimes the rappers want that grimy hood hook, or what I'm saying.
And now I would, like I said, I start thinking about songs like Jeezy's "Trapped." Yeah, he had Jill Scott on the hook, and she was able to say something that was poetic and still somewhat soft.
Right.
But it came off, it had a double entendre within it. You know what I'm saying? Like it came off the way that it needed to come off for Jeezy to be able to spit what he needed to spit on it. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to be able to get them that bedroom music. You got to be able to have that. You got to be able to have that passionate my life story, like CeeLo Green on a hook type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you got to be able to have those too, and there's a lot of artists that can't.
Right. And
I don't know if it's them or if it's their producer.
A lot of times, it's the artist.
Do you think so? Because you got to think about it like this, right?
Because if an artist don't know where they're going, and what they're trying to do, they can't get mad at the producer.
That's true. But
you know what I mean?
I'm talking about a producer, not a beat maker.
Yeah, you talking about?
I'm talking about the person that's sitting there with them, helping them make the record.
Well, that's different. Like if they really helping them make the record,
because you got to think about it. A producer should be able to be like, nah, look, this is what we gonna do. So we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it like this.
It kind of depends on like if the producer and whoever the camp is, who they're working with. Though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's true.
Like, because a producer can be like, oh, I can work with this guy or this female, but when they get that actual artist, it don't flow like that.
Yeah,
you know what
that's true. So I didn't think about it like that. That is true.
That's why I kind of blame it on the artist. It's on the artist because if I get to that point tomorrow, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I have all those resources, that's my chance.
Right.
So even if they're like, well, this is what we're going to do. They might not like none of my records, even though they hired us some, but if you can make us something like this, we're going to put this money behind you.
Yeah.
If I can't come up what I need to come up with in that amount of time, I really don't call myself an artist, bro.
That's true, and that is what makes you an artist.
My resources and
the ability to be able to create being
diverse,
on a whim.
There you go. True. Yeah, I feel you on it.
So you know what I'm saying, to continue talking shop, like I said, you dropped Quiet Trap, and not 3 weeks prior.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it was 3 weeks prior. You dropped Busted Like a Uzi with Wingman.
Yeah.
And I told you when that, for one, a lot of people don't know, y'all have been working on that for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of work and a lot of time, and I know life happens in between, and everything happens in between, but sonically, that project still came out solid, top to bottom.
Money.
And I personally, this ain't even really, you can go into your spiel if you want to. I'm bringing this up to give you your praise, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that project top to bottom, I listened to it from start to finish, and I didn't need to skip anything.
That's 100, man. That's
solid. And y'all really sat down and put that together very well, you and Wingman, and y'all killed that project. How do you feel about Busted Like a Uzi, and how, you know what I'm saying, like I said, the work it took to get there?
Well, with Busted Like a Uzi, you know, like you said, it's been in the works for a while. It was really, me and Wing just really coming together one day and like, all right, we're going to go ahead and do this and do what we need to do to get it out on everything, but also to keep the movement alive, because Wing, you know, he raps and he sings. So we trying to keep a movement alive, like you said at the beginning, R&B, but at the same time, though, get our faces out there and be outside of the box, because everyone's doing the same thing. But also, like Bustin' Like a Uzi, we wanted to be a little wordplay. And if you look at like the cover art,
yeah, and I like that cover. I like how simple y'all made that cover art.
Weapon, you know what I'm saying?
I like how simple y'all made that. It's fire that y'all used the color that you did, because if people don't know, it's a pink background with a Uzi on it.
Yeah. Bustin' Like a Uzi. You know
and I like how y'all did that. That was like, bro, when I saw the cover, I was like, bro, I couldn't do nothing but laugh.
You're right.
But I understood it.
There you go.
And then the music followed suit. It made perfect fucking sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, we got Bustin' Like a Uzi 2 coming. It's probably be about a year and a half. I know we ain't working on music. I'm working on music and moving around, doing our thing. But we already got the cover art for that. We just been holding on to it. We got like a few songs for it. So it's just nonstop work, man, and just staying relevant. You feel me? You know,
real deal. And like I say, yeah, like you said, staying relevant. That's a big key in everything that we do, especially in music.
Most definitely.
But at the same time, I heard you say earlier today, like I said, we were at an event, a networking event earlier today. And, you know what I'm saying, everybody got a chance to play some music. Everybody got a chance to speak a little bit, ask questions, or whatever the case may be. And I heard you say that you did 72 shows in Dallas.
76.
70. Shit, my bad.
I did 76 shows in Dallas last year. 75, one in Fort Worth. There we go.
Nah, that counts.
DFW as a whole, 76 shows last year. And this year, I'm in the 20 range. I didn't slow down purposely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, I mean, from doing all of that work, it slowed down your ability to be able to create music.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
And I saw that. You know what I'm saying? I visually saw that myself. That it made you slow down your ability to create music. So stepping back from that scene, now boom, 2 projects. Here you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But regardless of that, going back, 75 shows in Dallas alone.
Yes.
Nigga, do you like? I don't even know a handful of artists that have done 75 shows. Period.
Man, I was frustrated. I was upset. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, when you out here, you know, I call it the Chillin Circuit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I done kind of, you know, made some steps and some strides where I done made steps out of the Chillin Circuit, which I'm grateful for. But in spite of doing all them shows, I was upset because I'll do competitions or events, and they'll just do singers wrong, period. It didn't have to be me. I'm just You heard me say singers.
Yeah.
So they ain't male, female, just singers in general because it's a club atmosphere. But the promoters book us though. You feel me? So like I got mad and I kept doing shows. They saw me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they constantly saw you.
They constantly saw me, but I shouldn't have to do that many shows. Rappers don't have to do that many shows in Dallas, bro.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to speak on that, because I hate it myself, because as a producer, engineer, and artist as well, I peep more scenes than I am actually there for my own music. I'm there to network and talk and watch artists perform and watch them do this, watch them, you know what I'm saying, watch them move around. So seeing, like how you said, it's a lot more work, like not even just the amount of shows that you have to do, but just like how you have to perform it.
Right.
Like you have to give it to them harder.
Right.
Than rappers. You got to give them a way better show.
And that's where the frustration came from.
Then you have to do rappers. Yeah.
But you know, I have to tell myself sometimes, and I have to pick myself up personally. You feel me? Like, cause I'll be mad. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I did a show last night. There's 40 niggas in there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it'd be some women in there, but if it's some women there, most of them cuffed up, and it's understandable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm doing a show. I'm singing my heart out, bro. I'm singing to the roof. You know what I'm saying? All the way to the back of the wall, like if it was a clock at the back. And I'm singing that way, and I can't really, like, I'm giving a great show, but I can't really, I can't graze and look through the crowd
like you want
to. Or try to put my eyes into a female soul while I'm singing and have a 5 heartbeats moment or something and make a female fall out or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm exaggerating, but you know.
Yeah, nah, but at the same time, that is real.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's definitely difficult, but you know, going out of town, going out of state, I get more love and stuff, and it's to be expected, bro.
Yeah, and this past summer, you did just come from Vegas. Like this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't a struggling situation. Like you're actually putting in work to the point to where you are doing things out of state. You know what I'm saying? So the 75 shows here ain't a struggle move.
Right.
It's you doing your due diligence to your city, because I mean you want the city to love you.
Yeah, I do. I actually want the city to be like, oh.
Because I mean, because in reality, if you wanted to, you can take your sound and move. Go.
Yeah.
And you being gone would be honestly a benefit. You staying here is, like I say, you want the place that you've called home to stand behind you and represent you as well.
I'm actually here taking the war wounds and stripes. To actually, even with me being a singer, an R&B singer at that, I'm going through the ranks and the battles and the wars to get there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing all the steps that the rappers will do here in the South.
Yep. And we have to do that, especially in Dallas, because like you know what I'm saying, like we heard earlier today, Dallas is not really the scene for music. It's not like the consumers are wanting our music.
The consumer want everyone else's music outside of DFW.
Yeah, and that, I mean, that's just because that's all they get in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
They get that, but the consumer fail to realize most of the artists that come back here and take the consumer's money here in DFW, most of the artists here in DFW, the artists that's on, they get their talent and they sauce, they drip from us. They take our sound.
Yep.
They go boom somewhere for 3 to 6 months, then they come down here and clean up and get a bag.
And that's how it's always been, and that's how it will always be. And honestly, I don't see that shit changing anytime soon.
Well, hopefully I can break the barrier, but you know.
Hopefully so. I'm like I said, right now you are making the biggest strides out of everybody I've seen. Personally, this is the flowers that I can give to you.
I appreciate.
You're making the biggest strides out of anybody that I have personally seen out here in Dallas, and you know I'm just as out here as everybody else. They just don't know me because I'm peeping you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that I can get you here again to sit with me, my brother. Do me a favor, and I mean, like I said, do your own personal plugs. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and shout your projects out. And let them know what you got coming, because I know you working constantly.
Most def. Well, y'all can follow me on all social sites at J Waiters Music, at J Waiters Music, JWAITERS Music, regular, you know, music. Some people spell it different, but it's really Jay Waiter's music. I hope y'all caught that. But now I got Bustin' Like a Uzi out for all the R&B lovers. I got that joint project with the homie Wingman. You can follow him on all social sites too at Yo Wingman. I got Choir Trap out too. That's more of a up tempo. You can ride to it. You can go to the club. You know, it show both sides of what I can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm here. You know, I dropped some new videos. Motion picture came out this year. Last time, I'm finna drop Me and My Team, and then I'm gonna drop Please You. And we got some more videos sitting up. So we always working. I got a show on the 13th next month, October.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm waiting on that show. I'm excited for that one. I'm very excited for that show.
Downtown, Deep Ellum, you know. We coming, you know, we breaking down walls, and got some shows in Atlanta coming up this year also, so, and next year. So like we pushing all gas, no brakes.
All
Triple
day.
D that. Triple D R&B.
Yeah, real deal. Like I said, my brother, I really appreciate having you here, man. And hopefully the next time I do have you here, the Lord has blessed you and you have advanced to another level.
Most definitely.
That's what the goal is, and that's what the aim is, man. Like I said, I am Charming Music, man. This is Thank Your Engineer.